Okay, today I will explain how to predict the stock market price using linear regression algorithm. You know all what is linear regression algorithm exactly. In statistics, linear regression is an approach for modeling the relationship between scalar dependent variable y and one or more explanatory variable, that is independent variable denoted as a x. We are using two variables. First one is a y and another is a x, that is the dependent variable, and another is the independent. The case of one explanatory variable is called as simple linear regression. Using simple linear regression, I will predict the stock market price. One question is that what is exactly linear regression algorithm? Linear regression is an approach for modeling the relationship between two scalar variables, that is x and y. Okay, as I said that. Okay, today I will let's explain the concept of regression. Basic manner. So imagine that you builds a standard scale how to changes in price of raw material. Okay, will affect on sell price on to the car price, business market loss. Okay, and how to predict how much changes in cell happen in degree of changes in steel price. That is when the regression comes. Okay, that is there are lots of key points of linear regression. That is, linear regression is the analysis of two separate variables to define the single relationship and useful to measure for technical and quantitative analysis in financial market. Okay, here we are using a Tesla CSV file. Into that CSV file, we compare the variables, that is open price, closing price. This 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 variable has play important role into prediction. That is, plotting stock price along a normal distribution can allow the traders to say how the stock is overbought or oversold. Okay. Using linear regression, a trader can identify the key price points, that is entry price, stop loss price, or exit price, that is closing price. Okay. A stock price is the time period determine the system parameter for a linear regression, making the method universally applicable. Stock market or close price is an important piece of information that is useful for every short-term trader, and the closing price are also very important for the showing the traders and position of the traders. Okay, regression, if the goal of prediction or forecasting or error reduction, linear regression can be used to fit a predictive model to an observed data set of x and y values. After developing such a model, if an additional value of x is then given without the accompanying value of y fitted. Okay. In this case study, we choose a linear regression for our analysis. First, we divide data into two parts. First is a training and testing. First is training, second one is testing. That is, our CSV file can be divided into two sectors. That is the training data set or testing data set. Then we use the training section for starting analysis and defining the model. Okay. Then I'll open another CSV file. You can check the what is opening price, what is closing. Okay, just 2 seconds. I will open. Okay. Okay, we can check our CSV file is here. I will share it. Okay. Into that we check the here are the columns or attribute name is open price, closing, high, low. Okay, volume of that prediction. Okay, and first column is a date. Then I will explain the what is open price. Okay. The opening price is the value that share has the opening price gives the indication of where the stock will be moved during the day. Since the stock exchange can be linked with the auction market, buyers and sellers can meet a maker deals with the highest bidder. That is the bidding process is that how to stock exchange between them. Okay. Open price does not have to be same of the last day closing price. Okay. Closing price is the stock closing price of a given day. Trading has been amended to include an distribution corporate action that occurred at the time prior to the next day opening. The adjust closing is often used when an historical returns. Okay. Another is a volume. Volume is the most basic and beneficial concept to understand for fund trading stock. Volume is defined as the number of shares or contracts traded in security or entire market during a given period of time. Okay. Into that we hear conclusion that is the opening price and closing price is our target variable, that is predictive variable. Okay. I will open Jupyter Notebook. Into that, we are practically know the how to prediction, how to linear regression algorithm use for us. Okay, okay. I will open this file, that is predict stock market. Then I will first command is import library which required for us. First library is import panda as PD, import numpy as NP. From sklearn we are import here matrix for calculating the accuracy. Okay, also confusion matrix. And another is import matlab plotlib dot py plot as plt. Okay, this file are used for the graphical representation of this graph, how to visualize our data. Okay, next command is import our data set. That is our data set where I will pass this path data set. I create another new variable data set equal to pd dot read csv, and I will passing the file path location from our drive, that is file name is tesla.csv. Okay. Next command is dataset.head. You know that all the next head method is used for the displaying the first 5 raw data from our dataset. Row first variable is the date. First attribute is the date, number of columns, date open, second, third one is high, fourth one is low. That is displaying our columns name. And first 5 rows display here. Okay. Next function I will use it for the date and time. I will set the format of date from Excel file. You can check here. The date is that into this format. Okay. Okay. Into that format slash date. First one is the date. First one is month. Second date and year. I will change the date format using pd dot date time. Okay, data set equal to date passing a colon and equal to pd dot to date time is equal to data set equal to date. By default we can change the here date is here. Okay, then another is the shape. We calculating the total number of columns and number of entries using shape method. You can, that is data set dot shape, can consider here number of entries is 1692 and number of columns is 5. Okay, next command is drop. I will drop the unrequired data, that is unrequired column here using drop method. I will drop the adjacent close value here. Okay, passing access equal to 1 and in place equal to 3. Another next command is the dataset dot head. I will use here already. Okay. Okay, I will check that adjacent close column is destroyed from this dataset, that is hide column. I will hide this column from our dataset. You can check here the only 6 column is remaining and first 5 default rows display. Next command is a dataset dot is null dot sum, passing sum. You can check here there is a no null value or no any unexpected null values is not there. Then we are using here is null value, that is nothing passing any parameter overrides. We can check our data. Okay, we can check here there is a no null value. Another function also we as consider of is null we are using here is an a, that is here we can passing the 0 or 1 value here is null. Into that is an a, we are passing the true false, that is boolean expression. we can consider here, that is data type is a, you can check here integer 64 byte is a data type. In here you can check the boolean data type. Instead of both method we can use any one this method. Okay, another next command is dataset.info. This method is used for the displaying overall information about our dataset, that is total number of columns, number of entries from 0 to 1691, number of columns, no null value is passing over it here, data types also. Okay, another is the dataset.describe. This method is used for displaying the mean max value, so standard calculating the standard deviation value out of 25%, 50%, 75%. You can check here the count is same, mean value, okay, standard deviation 25%, 50, 75, and maximum. Okay. So we calculate the using length method. We calculate the length of data set. Okay. Another we here I displayed the graphical representation using matplotlib axis. That is, I will pass the column name, that is open. Plot size is figure size 16, you can check the here graph is our graph is decreasing, increasing from 0 order to, that is check the graph is over accurately increases from top to bottom. Okay, bottom to top. Then next command is I will create the two data set. It is a relation, you know that all linear regression algorithm, it is a relationship between independent and dependent variable we are created here, that is x and y. Passing the data set our data variable, that is open, high, low, volume, and y. Okay. From sklearn I will import train and test split. You know all what are the purpose of this importing file, that is our data set can be splitted or also can be divided into two sectors, training and testing sector. That is okay. Extend, extend, ytrain. I will create another four variables, that is extend, ytrain, extest, ytest equal to train test split, passing the parameter x comma y and random state equal to 0. Okay. Extrain dot shape. Okay, I will individually check the value of extrain and ytrain. You can check here the value of extrain is a 1269,4 and xtest is a extend dot shape is a 432. Out of 423 is our testing data and 1269 our training data, that is we can divide it into 80-20%. Okay. From sklearn we import another in package, that is from sklearn dot linear model, import linear regression model here. From sklearn dot matrix import confusion matrix and accuracy score. We are calculate the accuracy score of this model using this importing file and create another variable is a regression equal to linear regression. Okay. Then we are using here fit method, that is regression equal to regression dot fit, passing parameter xtrain and ytrain. Okay, we calculate the intercept value, coefficient value, or normalize is a false. Another command is we have to print the coefficient of this regression, that is using dot coef method, that is regression dot coef, calculate the coefficient of this value. We can display here, that is minus 5.611 and my 8.202. Okay, you can check here. Okay, another command is intercept. We have to also calculate the print in bracket regressor dot intercept. We have to calculate the interception value. Check here the 0.034. It is the interception value of this file. Okay. Another variable I created predicted. Then we have to predict the data. Okay. Then predicted equal to regressive dot predict, passing parameter x. Okay. Then I will print the extent, that is you can check here the predicted value. Okay. Okay. The next command is predicted.check. We have to check the 420, that is our testing data can be predicted. Okay. We have to create another data frame passing our data set, that is widest and predictive variable. We can check the actual price and predicted price. Okay, using data frame, we have to create another data frame, that is DFR. Data frame name is a DFR. Then I will pass in the column name is actual price. Another is a predicted price. I will also change this actual price and predicted price. Okay, then I will run this. Okay, wait. Check, run this, and then I will change. Okay, okay, we can check here the actual price and predicted price is here. Okay, defer 25 head. Okay, I will print the first 25 head here. That is, we compare here, that is what is actual, what is predicted price. We can check the minor differences here, 30, 31 to 58 to 55. Approximately these prices are each near about in range. There is a minor difference in between us. We can check here 258, here 255, minimum 3. Okay, 204 and 22. Okay, 70, 16. We can check here. Okay, there is a minor difference in between another package. I will import here matrix. Okay, you have to calculate the absolute error, mean squared error, okay, root squared error. You have to use it for this purpose. We importing this package from sklearn.matrix, import confusion matrix, comma accuracy score. Okay, using score method, he calculate the score of this model. You can check here the 0.99%. You have to this percentage provide the accuracy score. Another method, another command is import math file for the purpose of calculating the square root error. Okay, I will print the mean absolute error using the matrix dot mean absolute error, passing the parameter that is widest and vibrate. Okay, we can check here, that is mean absolute error equal to 1.09%. Okay, another is mean squared error using the method, that is matrix dot mean squared error, passing parameter widest and vibrate. Okay, we can check here, the output is that mean squared error is 2.6595. Then another is a root mean squared error. You have to print here root mean squared error, that is mat square root mat.sqrt. Using mat.sqrt, you calculate the mean squared error value using, that is passing parameter widest and predicted. We can display here, the output is root mean squared error, that is 1.6308. Okay, so to display the graph, that is graphical representation of this using bar chart, I will check the difference in between. Then using graph method, that is using matplotlib, you have to represent the graphical representation of our predicted values. That is graph equal to passing data frame dot head. I want to display the first 20 heads. You have to represent here. That is graph dot plot. We can show the graph here. See, matplotlib. Okay. We can check here the graph dot plot equal to time bar. I will pass the parameter, that is bar. You can display in anything, that is histogram, pie chart, bar chart. I will use only bar graph. You can see here it is a much good display here, the bar graph. You can check here actual price is in blue color and predicted price is in orange color. Okay, there is some minor changes how to predict. Our data is similar to predicted price and actual price. Okay, Okay guys, today I will explain the using linear regression algorithm how to predict the stock market price. You can show I will show you what is the bar graph exactly. I will summarize overview. Here I will just importing all the files packages here, passing the passing path from our data set where I will import the data. Then using that display the using describe data. Okay, using dot head I will display the first 5 rows. Okay, then I will create another two variables x and y, dependent independent variables. Okay, then I will calculate the values of linear regression, that is squared error, mean, absolute error, and I will predict the stock market price using linear regression. There is a no, it is very easy to understand all of you how to predict the in future price of market. Nowadays it is very important how to predict the stock market price. Okay, just a second, I will explain another thing that okay, okay. I will tell about is what is closing price, what is volume exactly. Okay, you must understand that is in this video using the linear regression relationship between the present but real life that may not necessarily be in the case. Many other factors could determine the stock price. This video should be only taken as a linear regression project and not as an investing tool. Stock price can be never be actually predicted because it is determined by lots of factors. So this video should be taken as an understanding purpose only. Okay guys, this is last video. Thank you so much for the listening. I will explain this tutorial about stock market prediction. Thank you so much guys. Bye bye.